Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for this historical testimony for us. And on behalf of my nation, I would like to say thank you for this testimony. Let me start with make a statement that the special autonomy in West Papua has failed. This was the conclusion drawn not by just particular group that fight for independence, but Papua Customary Council, and then Papua Presidium Council. Governor of West Papua also assigned a local Chenwaz University to evaluate the special autonomy, and the conclusion are the same as the aspiration by people. And recently, the same university organized a seminar in the University of Indonesia, also tried to explain that these special autonomies fail, and they are trying to get support from other universities in Indonesia to raise that concern. As a background, Congressman, when this autonomy and raised, I was in Papua as a chairman, bureau chief of Kompas Daily, the biggest newspaper. So the dictatorship of the president of Suharto, who ruled Indonesia for 32 years, came to end in 1998 amidst a wide popular reform movement that swept this island nation. The era of comparative freedom that came to the end of the Suharto rule opened a new political opportunity for the people of West Papua, as well as Timor and Aceh. Nationalist movement developed a grassroots support in this territory. The public demonstration in Papua, which failure of flying over the Morning Star flag, were staged throughout the territory in 1998. A delegation of 100 Papuan leaders met with the President Habibie. I was appointed by government of Indonesia to facilitate that meetings. And then in the palace in October 25th, 1999, people expressed their experience under Indonesian control, and then they said, we would let us go to maintain ourselves. Right after the meetings, Mr. Chairman, I was accused by government of Indonesia, and I was put in a travel ban to abroad. Luckily, that at that moment I was invited by U.S. government. I traveled to U.S. and then I get a political asylum in this country. Mr. Chairman, there are a couple of progress that we can admit that happened under special autonomy, which is the funding, for instance, the amount of money that Mr. Yoon just mentioned. But the problem, Mr. Chairman, is that the governor of West Papua admitted that more than 80% of that funding is go for the government's for salary and to build new regencies the government of Indonesia is extending right now. When I was there as a journalist, Mr. Chairman, it was just 9 regencies. Right now we have 30 new regencies. And all this money is go for the new construction, for the public servants that come to the regencies. And this is one of the threats, Mr. Chairman, about the Papuans, that we feel we will extend in a faster than what we were thinking of before. Another point that I would like to raise, Mr. Chairman, is about the security in West Papua. On the proposal that West Papuans, the people that preparing this special autonomy, they try to put the security under governor's control, but it was cut out, and it stated that no civilian authority can control the military. And right now, Mr. Chairman, the number of the troop is extend more and more. Under Indonesian law, each and every regency are allowed to form a new district of a military. So it is just a matter of time that military will extend more and more troops under Indonesian law. And so far, the military are the same. There is nothing changed in the military attitudes in West Papua. The Papuans people right now, they reject the special autonomy, Mr. Congressman, basically not just because they don't get any education, economic, and the welfare issue, but really because of they see that they are really about to extinct, and that they can see in almost all of a big city in West Papua, Mr. Congressman, the population are 60% of settlers and 40% are Papuans. So we still have a West Papuans population in a remote area, but in the cities we are minority, Mr. Congressman. And that's really, when a couple of years ago at the Yale University where I'm part of a seminar, a professor right there explained when he visited West Papua, in order to recognize the situation in West Papua, you don't have to study a long time. You just sit in the market, and you will see how the new colonization take place in West Papua. And therefore, Congressman, Papuans have lost faith in the will of Indonesian government to resolve long-standing grievances, autocratic rule by the distant official in Jakarta, security forces that continue to operate with impunity, as well as laws that limited basic political and religious freedoms. The Papuan Traditional Council, Dewan Adat Papua, as a gross political organization representing the 250 indigenous West Papuans, has recently reiterated that call for the dialogue between Republic of Indonesia and the Papuans people. Such a dialogue would only be possible according to the Papuans Traditional Council, which is, we have the chairman of the Papua Customary Council right there, Mr. Forkoros Yaboy Sembut, that such a dialogue should be taken place with the international facilitate as a neutral third party. And then last, just this week, Mr. President SBY has stated that he rejects the dialogue with the Papuans, and this is what we see as a Papuans as a discrimination policy, because the same president willing to dialogue with the Acehnese, but why he reject us? Mr. Chairman, therefore, we would like to thank you for your recent letter to President Obama, encouraging him to make West Papua one of the highest priority of the administration. We also thank you to the other 50 members of the U.S. Congress who signed this letter, asking the President to meet with the people of West Papua during his upcoming trip to Indonesia. We sincerely hope that President take your request to heart. Thank you very much.